Hi there, this is Corey Jack with the Cornerstone Institute for Nonprofit Development. If you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about starting a nonprofit, or you have recently started the process and have things in motion, but just have additional questions. So this video is to provide more information that hopefully makes the process a little easier for you. So there's 4 basic steps that you're going to want to make sure that you get completed in the beginning stages. Step number 1 is state registration. You're going to want to register the entity in your respective state. This is going to legitimize your organization as an actual entity. What that includes is going to your state Secretary of State's online website, finding the corporations or business tab, and then selecting that you want to form a nonprofit organization and then following the prompts. One thing they're going to ask you is the name of the organization. So you type it there, you make sure that that name is available. Then it's going to ask you what will be the physical and mailing address of the organization. Once you provide that, they will ask you who the registered agent is going to be. The registered agent is simply the person that you authorize to receive legal documentation on the organization's behalf in the event that legal documents need to be served to the organization. Next, it's going to want to know the initial set of board members for the organization. Who are those people going to be? Most states require that you have a minimum of at least 3 board members to start the nonprofit organization. Now, the maximum amount will be up to you, but you need to select at least 3 people. You will need to provide their full names and their addresses. Some states may ask for more information, such as their phone numbers and things like that. Board members usually aren't contacted for anything. The state just needs to have on record the initial set of board members. So once that is done, you're going to pay the filing fee. Every state has a filing fee. However, for nonprofits, they're relatively inexpensive. They range from as little as $15 all the way to $200 and everything in between. $50, $75, and $100 will be your average filing fees for most of the 50 states. After this is submitted, then the state is going to approve it if everything was submitted correctly. Some states will approve it immediately, while others can take a few days to manually process the applications. Once it's been approved, you will be issued what's called Articles of Incorporation, in some states referred to as Certificate of Incorporation or Certificate of Formation. That's going to be your state legal documents that the nonprofit is indeed legit and registered. Once that happens, then you go to the IRS's website and you obtain an EIN number for your nonprofit. You can think of the EIN number as your nonprofit organization's social security number. This part is relatively simple. You go to the IRS's website and then you register for an EIN. The entire process takes maybe 5 minutes. If everything is done correctly, then you should be issued an EIN number at the end of that process, and you can download the EIN confirmation letter and put that in your records along with your certificate of formation or articles of incorporation from step 1. The next is creating your organization's bylaws. The bylaws is the set of guiding principles and operating procedures that your organization is to follow. It's the governing document of the board of directors that they should follow. Okay, so unlike step 1 and step 2, which step 1 gave you a state document, step 2 gave you a federal document, the bylaws, however, is an internal document that you draft on your own, whether you draft it, whether a consultant drafts it, or whether an attorney drafts it. Once you draft those set of rules and it's signed, that becomes a legal document, and that is the rules that the organizations are supposed to follow. I'm going to do a video that's going to give you more specifics as to what go in the bylaws, because it's something to be taken very, very seriously. And depending on the circumstance, many of times you will have to provide the bylaws that you create to the IRS for the 4th step, which is a good time to talk about. The 4th step is the 501c3 application. It is going to be the longest step of the 4, but once you obtain your 501c3 status, then you'll be exempt from federal income tax, you'll be exempt from federal taxes, and you are more likely to obtain grants and have donations given to your nonprofit count as charitable tax deductions for your donors. So you're going to go to the IRS's website to apply for your 501c3 status. There's two different types of applications for your 501c3 status. There's the short form, referred to as Form 1023 Easy Streamlined. The application is about 4 to 5 pages. It takes approximately 90 days for the IRS to approve once submitted. It has a IRS user fee or application fee. The long form, on the other hand, is the 1023 full form. Okay, so what determines if you're eligible to use the short form is the eligibility checklist that's provided by the IRS, where you answer a series of questions. Depending on the answer to those questions, you may qualify for the short form, which would save you a good bit of money and save you several months of the application process of waiting for it to get approved. So I can provide all that information, or if you look it up online, you'll find it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you some clarity about what the next steps are. And as always, if you need more information, please feel free to book a consultation or reach out to us. You can find our contact information below. Thanks.